The Scream 7 trailer has arrived. Thanksgiving-inspired Oreos are a thing. Southwest Airlines has a nut problem. A Broadway actor goes the distance and then some. Mariah Carey officially kicks off the countdown to Christmas, and much more pop culture goodness this week on the Swish Edition.
You're listening to the Swish Edition because you have nothing better to do.
Kristin, before we get into the other holidays that are right around the corner, how was your Halloween?
It was good. It was good overall. I was a solo parent on Halloween because Rob was down at the racetrack for an event that has been long planned, which I just found out is going to conflict with Halloween again next year, which means Max and I won't be able to go again. Yeah, and Max and I really want to go to the track. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But Halloween was great. It was nice and crisp and cold, which is how I like it. I can't stand when Halloween is hot and you're sweating in your costume. Yeah. I will say I had one sort of disappointing moment. We love our neighborhood. It's tons and tons of kids. We have our own elementary school inside of our neighborhood. That's the kind of neighborhood we live in. And I have always had such faith in the politeness and behavior of the kids in this neighborhood. But this year, since I was parenting solo, my sister-in-law was here. She graciously came over to help me. And she said, should I sit at your table at the end of your driveway while you and Max are trick-or-treating? And I said, oh, you don't have to. I've left candy out in bowls before, and no one's going to take it. It'll be fine. So she went inside. So she went inside because she was cold, and Max and I were gone. So we kind of Max and I went out and then came back to our hub and then went out and came back. We were gone for 45 minutes. We came back and the bulk of my candy I had piled into 2 giant bowls, gone in 45 minutes. Luckily, I had more in the garage and I was able to refill. And so it wasn't a big deal. And I ended up still with candy left over because I always buy way too much. But it just it was kind of disappointing.
How do you feel good about yourself if you took more than you deserved?
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about people that steal things. How do you enjoy that thing that you stole when you know you stole it?
Yeah, I don't know.
And there's something about humanity I don't understand.
When Max and I came back after that first run, there was a group of teenagers that had obviously just made their way around our cul-de-sac and they were on their way out, right? And we approached our bowl and Max went, Mama, all of our candy's gone. And he immediately turned around and yelled across the street, you guys are bad teenagers. And I said, Max, you don't know that they're the ones who did it. We don't have a camera trained on the end of our driveway, although I guess we should.
That is so cute.
And he said, I'm sure it was them, Mama. They're teenagers. I said, Max, we don't know for certain. We didn't see them do it.
Oh my God, that's so great. That is so great.
My other regret about Halloween is that I took literally one picture of Max the entire night because I was so amped up and trying to get everything ready and trying to get him done. And we were already trick-or-treating and I went, oh, holy shit, I haven't taken any pictures of Max. There was hardly any light left in the sky. So I didn't get I always get lots of pictures of him prepping and one of the both of us. And I have all these memories so I only have one picture of my kid at Halloween this year.
You are a bad, bad mom.
But I was living in the moment, so whatever.
And what did he end up wearing? Because you talked about that last week.
Sorry, I choked on my iced coffee. I had all sorts of backup costumes.
Yeah.
He did not like the homemade race car driver thing because race helmets are really heavy. And he was like, I can't walk around. He was like, so he didn't like that. So he went as the Grim Reaper, which was just a store-bought Amazon costume.
Okay.
Which had a hood and a veil thing that was really scary. That lasted about 10 seconds. So basically he just walked around in a black robe, which was fine.
Right.
It was fine.
So he looked like a judge.
Yeah, essentially.
So we had, you don't know how many kids you have because you weren't there.
I don't know.
But we had about 40 kids and several dogs. I was actually surprised at how many people took their dogs trick-or-treating this year. And Dale had made up these really cute little gift baggies with bones all over them for the dogs. So We
Oh,
had special dog treats for all the dogs that came. And then, of course, one little girl realized that we had dog treats. She didn't have her dog with her, but she's like, I have 2 dogs at home. Can I take 2? And I was like, no, that's not how it works. And Dale was like, give her the damn dog treat.
Chris.
I was like, if your dog's not here, you're not getting the damn treats.
You're such a Grinch.
And Dale made me give up the
Good.
treats. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
We drank way too much. We were outside with our neighbors. All of our neighbors on our cul-de-sac all do the tables outside thing so that people don't come up and ring their doorbell and upset the dogs, because everyone has dogs nowadays, or at least on our block. And so we sat outside. We drank a lot. I think I got into a political fight with one of my neighbors. Yeah, how stupid am I? I mean, you think that you would just leave that kind of thing aside on Halloween, and of course, no, I had to go off on him.
Wow.
I won't talk about the details because we don't do politics on the Swish.
No.
Yeah, it was bad, and I just couldn't not hold my tongue. And Dale's like, and that's it. Now we have to move again.
And now now we have to sell the house. I thought you were going to say Dale said, now you're done and you have to go inside.
Yeah. Well, the best part was when the doorbell rang at 9:45, and Dale went to the door, and I was like, no. He looked at these 3 kids that were at the door, and he said, do you know what time it is? It's 9:45. And he closed the door on their face and didn't give them any candy.
Gosh.
Well, trick-or-treating here in Vegas is 5 to 7. And ringing
to 7?
Yeah, ringing someone's doorbell at 9:45 is unreasonable. That's unreasonable. Or maybe it was 6. Maybe it was 6 to 8. 6 to 8, maybe.
We were out until at least 8:15, 8:20, and there were kids going around after that.
Yeah, that's not right. You shouldn't go to ring someone's doorbell after 8 p.m. It's just not done. It's not done.
I don't know about
9:45, Kristin? Would you be happy if someone rang your doorbell at 9:45?
No, 9:45 is too. I think 9 should be the cutoff.
Where were their parents that are allowing them to trick or treat at 9:45 p.m. on a school? Well, it wasn't. Well,
especially it wasn't a school night. Especially if they're little.
No, they weren't little. They were like probably too old to be trick or treating. They were probably mid, like 10th graders. I don't know. I can't.
High
tell
schoolers.
I don't know if anything. Every kid looks young to me.
I don't have anything against high schoolers trick-or-treating. I really don't. I think it's good, innocent fun. As long as they're not looting everyone's, candy bowls and shoving little kids out of the way. But I agree with you. I think 9 to me should be the cutoff.
But let me tell you one more thing about Halloween that I learned. Maybe this is not indicative of the entire country, but I had to go grocery shopping early Friday morning. We needed a couple things. I just had to go. It was like 8:00 in the morning. This Friday morning was Halloween. I go to the grocery store. I have my cart, and I'm going down the aisle, and I go past the Halloween candy, and I could not believe my eyes. Halloween candy on Halloween morning at 8 a.m. was 50% off.
Are you seriousing me with this?
I'm completely telling you the truth. I literally lost my shit in the Halloween aisle at the grocery store. I'm like,
we all could have saved so much money.
I wanted to call the manager and say, who the fuck do you think you are? I spent last week $70.92. If I had bought that Halloween candy on Halloween morning, it would have been $35. Are you kidding me?
Well, I would say the other
50% off on Halloween day.
That has to have been a mistake. I can't imagine many retailers would do that.
A mistake. There were signs all up and down the aisle. I was pissed. And guess what? I bought some more.
Well, if it wasn't a mistake, it was a dumb move. You should wait till the day after Halloween. But I will say the best bargain by far, as far as I'm concerned, was at Costco. Costco had gigantic bags that I bought that one bag was more than enough for $20. I couldn't believe how cheap it was.
What do you mean one bag was enough? How many pieces were in there?
It was hundreds and hundreds of pieces. It was a huge,
oh my
goodness. I don't know. It was a gigantic bag of a big mixture. There was one at Costco had a bag of all the chocolate stuff was in a mixture, and then another bag that was all, sour, not chocolate stuff. And I couldn't believe it. It was like the chocolate bag I think was $22, and the not chocolate mix was like $19. But it was such a bargain.
I went to the wrong place. I shouldn't have bought my Halloween candy at the Albertsons, which
Costco
is Safeway.
was the way to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, I learned my lesson, but I also made a note to my 2026 self: don't buy Halloween candy until Halloween. So,
well, at your Albertsons, apparently, yeah.
Well, I also bought some Halloween decorations and some napkins for next year. That's the smart thing to do. Do you know my grandmother would buy her Christmas cards on December 26th every year for the next year? And she saved, and it was half off.
Smart.
All right, we should talk about the news because we got a lot to talk about this week.
We do.
Here's one more piece of scary news since we're talking about Halloween. I'm so excited about this. The Scream 7 trailer has finally dropped. Does this interest you in any way?
Yes, I love the Scream franchise, of
course. Now, the premiere of Scream 7 is not until February 27th, but as we know, as we get older and older, that date will probably be here before we know it, right? February is just around the corner. Now, of course, Courtney Cox is back, and I love Courtney Cox as Gail Weathers, the reporter in all of the Scream movies. But here's the important piece about Scream 7, Kristin. Neve Campbell is back as Sidney Prescott. Neve Campbell did not star in Scream 6. That chick from Wednesday. Do you know her name?
No, I can't think of it.
The lead actress in Wednesday was the lead in Scream 6, and it was really good. Dale and I both loved the movie. But Campbell wasn't in Scream 6, but she's back. And the plot here is Sidney's daughter is the new target for the ghost face killer. Yeah. And somehow, I don't understand how this is a thing, and hopefully they'll tell us, but Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and David Arquette are back for Scream 7. All three of them, all three
dead.
of them died, or their characters died. Dewey died back in Scream back in 2022. And then, of course, Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich's characters died in the original.
In the very first one.
Which Dale and I watched. We watched a couple weeks before Halloween to kind of get us in the mood.
I love the original Scream.
Yeah, so can't wait. February 27th. I will go to the theater for that one. I'm very, very excited about it.
Exciting. Although I missed Scream 6 somehow. But anyway, I should go back and watch that.
It's really good. It takes place I think it's in New York City.
Nice. Well, moving along from Halloween to Thanksgiving, Scott. Tell me what you think about this. Oreo has come out with a new collection of cookies for Thanksgiving. You can get them in a tin, officially called the Thanksgiving Dinner Cookie Tin. And in the tin, you get 2 each of the following flavors. Are you ready for this?
No. Cranberry
sauce, pumpkin pie, turkey and stuffing, creamed corn, sweet potato, and caramel apple pie. Blech is what I say to that. Gross.
Turkey and stuffing.
Gross.
Cookie.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can order them. You can only get these by ordering them online at Oreo.com. The Thanksgiving tin is $19.99. You can also buy single flavor 6-packs for $14.99.
Yeah. Nobody's doing that. I actually tried to order them, Kristin.
You did.
And my sister-in-law actually sent me a text the other morning and said, "Have you seen these?" I'm like, "Yes, I have." And I've tried to order them, and they will not ship them to Las Vegas. Oreo will not ship them to Las Vegas because they say it's a hot location and they might melt. Hello, it's November. I think people in America, for some reason, think that Vegas is like 110 degrees all year
round. Yes, they do.
Guess what? I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. I wear sweaters. I have jackets. It gets cold. We actually have winter here. So there are even wine companies that won't ship us wine because they think it's too hot here.
Really?
And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? It's so stupid.
Well, here's the PSA. It's not 100 degrees. You could easily ship your turkey and stuffing Oreos successfully to Vegas.
And they won't do it. They won't do it.
Well, there are some other flavors that might be slightly more palatable than turkey and stuffing. Scott, Oreo also has a few other limited time cookies available. Oreo Joy, which has red filling for Christmas. Blueberry pie, which I'm a little skeptical of that one. And then the Oreo Reese's peanut buttery cream, which what could be better than that?
Now
I haven't tried
one-
them. That one looks good.
I am allergic to peanuts, but that one does sound good. And I'm mildly allergic to peanuts, as we've talked about before, but I can eat one Reese's peanut butter cup and it makes my stomach hurt. But I love it so much
It's
that
worth it.
I'm willing to endure the pain.
Wow.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad that I will die. However, that leads me into a great story. From cookies to nuts, Kristin, Southwest Airlines. What is wrong with these people? Southwest Airlines announced they will start serving pistachios, and people are going nuts. Pun intended. Pun intended, Kristin. Southwest said will start serving pistachios to passengers in their brand new 46 seats at the front of the plane called extra legroom. They're going to start doing that in late January. 2 varieties. You can get either honey roasted or salted. I would like them honey roasted and salted. How about that?
Yes, they sound delicious, but why? Why?
There's so many allergen-free snacks out there. I'm truly baffled why such a major airline would choose one of the leading allergens in the U.S. to serve in a confined space.
Exactly.
A commenter named Christina wrote. People are just up in arms about this, which I think is ridiculous. But, we can go back and forth about that. The pistachio, which belongs to the same family as walnuts, almonds, and cashews, can trigger symptoms ranging from a tingling tongue to itchy hives to potentially fatal anaphylaxis. I find that bullshit, but you could tell me otherwise. Did you know this?
No, it's a real thing. Yeah.
Just because it's in the room?
Yes.
That's what I don't understand.
There are some people that have such a severe allergy that even if the molecules are in the air, they're sensitive to it.
That's where I'm going to stop you and say, if you're that allergic to something,
yes, I know. You always say, stay home.
Stay the fuck home. Or drive. Drive.
Yes, but Scott, to this commenter's point, why would you, of all the, there's crackers, there's pretzels, there's cookies, there's a million things you can serve. Why would you choose something that is a common allergen? It just doesn't make any sense. It's dumb.
I was being my normal, I don't know the word. I was just being an asshole basically about it.
Bombastic. Yes. Your normal bombastic self. Yes.
I agree with you. I think it was a dumb choice, and I think they will reverse it because it's stupid. A lot of companies, United, JetBlue, and Alaska, have taken peanuts off the airplane.
Yeah.
And Delta, get this, I didn't know this. Delta serves peanuts, but they will pull peanuts off the plane ahead of time if you let them know. How crazy is that?
Right? If you book a ticket and you have a severe peanut allergy, you can let them know, and they will de-peanut the plane for you.
They will send a message to the caterer and say no peanuts on flight 422. They'll do that.
Seems like that would be expensive.
It seems to me that why are you serving peanuts in the first place if you have to go through those hoops? There's a nonprofit.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. There's a nonprofit group called No Nut Traveler, not to be confused, Kristin, with No Nut November, that ask airlines to ban tree nuts. And I think actually, yes, ban the damn nuts.
It just makes it simpler for everyone. It's like so dumb. Yeah.
Fun fact, and maybe most people don't know this, but every single Southwest airplane, every single system in their entire system, there's EpiPen on board the airplane.
Well, that's good.
I think that is actually all airlines should have EpiPens on board.
Precautionary measure. They all have what's the thing that restarts your heart? Don't they all have defibrillator things or whatever now?
Yeah. I think, if you have a heart attack, it's your time. So that's probably okay. I wouldn't bother with that. But EpiPen.
Wow.
Why do they bring people back? If you die, you were supposed to die.
Oh my God. Oh dear God. There's that bombastic side of your personality again. Okay. From real nuts to people who are nuts, perhaps.
Yeah.
I might say. There's a Broadway performer, Scott, whose name is Jordan Litz, who went the distance and then some recently. So. And he was in the news. So he is the male star of the long-running Wicked musical on Broadway, of course. He ran the New York City Marathon on Sunday, and then additionally performed in not one but 2 performances of Wicked on the same freaking day.
On the same day.
insane. So there's a picture that Scott may or may not remember to put up while we're talking here of Jordan, who is a total cutie pie.
He's
with
cute.
His wife. He's adorable. With his wife, his daughter, and the ultrasound picture of another child on the way. He ran the marathon on behalf of the Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS organization. People who were at his performances later that day said he was nothing short of amazing. He ran the marathon, Scott, in 3 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
I think that is a respectable time for sure.
Okay. Right.
50,000 people ran in that marathon on Sunday. The female winner was Helen Obiri from Kenya, who did it in 2 hours and 19 minutes. The male winner was Benson Kipruto, also from Kenya, who ran it in 2 hours and 8 minutes. And interestingly, the male runner-up was only 1 second behind the winner. Fun fact about Litz, he and his wife met when they were both performers at Disney World. And looking at their picture, they just look like bright-faced, happy, shiny Disney World people.
They kind of look like they belong in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Do they not?
They do.
They're both fresh-faced and perfect in every way, and I'm sure there's something horribly wrong with them in the bedroom, but
Scott.
You probably can't get it up because he's super gay.
Stop.
If you're a Broadway musical performer, you're gay. Sorry.
Oh my God, that is the most ridiculously stereotypical thing I've ever heard. He's adorable, but can you imagine running 26 point whatever it is miles, and then you're going to belt it out in a musical twice in the same day?
Kristin,
He must be in fantastic shape.
I can't run half a mile. It would take me. Wait. He did it, and it would take me 3 hours and 40 minutes to walk around the block
with lots of breaks.
Sometimes I take Charlie for a walk. Charlie's our 10-year-old dog, and I'll take him for a walk, and we do about a mile, and it takes us 20 minutes, and I have to take a nap afterwards.
Wait, but you take Charlie without Sticks? Isn't Sticks sad?
Sticks is 13, and he has no interest in going for a walk.
Oh, okay. All right.
He sleeps 23 and a half hours a day.
Bless his little heart.
Yeah. Kristin, I'm still fuming about this. I have to talk about it because it just makes me so upset. And I know that you're an NBC girl.
I am.
But I'm a CBS boy. And I'm just fuming. CBS has, as you know, Skydance bought Paramount, and Paramount owns CBS, and now they're gutting everything that's good about CBS News. Hopefully, they won't fuck with Jane Pauley and Sunday Morning, and hopefully they won't fuck with 60 Minutes, two of their most popular shows of the week. However, they are retooling the Saturday morning show, which is now hosted by Dana Jacobson and Michelle Miller. I can't tell you how I love getting up on Saturday morning. I look forward to it. I can't wait. I'm so excited every Saturday morning to watch that show. I love Dana and Michelle so much. It's kind of mostly they do the news at the top of the show, but it's mostly a feature show. They send people out around the country to do features on interesting people and food and all of that. So
I don't think I even knew that there was a CBS Saturday morning. I know the CBS Sunday morning show, but I didn't know there was a Saturday one.
They have one every day of the week. You know, Monday through Friday, it's Gayle King and Tony Dokoupil and Nate Berkus, and it's okay. We don't watch it much because it's way too woke for me, because they do all the same shit they do on the Today Show, which I just can't stand. It's like, I don't need these crappy, stupid stories. I need the news or something fun. I don't need, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Week or whatever. I hate that shit. So nobody needs to talk about breast cancer in the morning. I mean, it's just not necessary.
What's wrong with you?
Anyway, as it's been rumored that Gayle King will be gone when her contract is up in May. She says that's not true, but mark my words, she'll be gone. John Dickerson, who hosts the CBS Evening News, he announced he's leaving in December. I mean, people are leaving left and right if they have any sense about them, because CBS is going down the toilet. So I don't think we're not going to have much news left, Kristin. And Paramount wants to buy Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers owns CNN. And if they buy it, they'll probably just close CNN down. They'll just say, bye-bye, CNN. We just want HBO. We'll take HBO because that's awesome. Fuck CNN. Yeah.
Dear.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, from one piece of irritating bad news to another, I guess this is just it's only early November, of course, but dictionary.com has already announced officially the word for 2025, and people aren't happy. I'm one of the people that aren't happy. This is preposterous. The word of the year of 2025 is the kids' slang word that they're all saying, 6'7".
Stupid.
Why would they lend
Stupid.
weight to this? Why would they do that? So if
For
you haven't
press.
heard
For
6'7",
press.
it's a slang term that was made popular by Gen Alpha on social media, and it's all over the schools and friend groups around the country. Max says it all the time, and he's constantly wanting to listen to the actual song. It was made famous it originated in the song Doot Doot 6'7" by rapper Skrilla. I will say, Max wanted to listen to this song, and I looked up the lyrics to see if it was, inappropriate.
Yeah.
I looked at the lyrics, and I still don't know what the song, I couldn't make any sense of what it's even about. I still don't understand it, even looking at the lyrics.
That's most of the songs nowadays.
But 6'7" itself doesn't even have a concrete meaning. It originated in that song, but I think originally it was the height, 6'7", of a basketball player somewhere or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it can mean like so, but I think they all say it and they don't even know what it means. They just think it's cool to say it. It doesn't mean anything even specifically. Teachers obviously are really not happy about this move of legitimizing 6'7". I have heard that lots of schools and principals have banned it. They haven't done it in Max's elementary school yet, but I am so tired of it already.
I can imagine.
Another few words that were being considered by dictionary.com this year were, number one, Gen Z stare. I have not heard of this one, which is sort of, I guess, a blank
not heard about
stare.
this?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Gen Zs have nothing going on in their heads. They're just like a lot of people say you go to the Taco Bell or whatever, and there's a Gen Z worker there, and they just look at you like this. I mean, there's literally, I think it's because of the fucking cell phone, the smartphone. If they're not looking at a phone and engaging with their fucking TikTok, they don't know how to operate in real life. It's horrible. Please take your devices away from Max. Please take the devices away from him, Kristin.
It's awful.
It is rotting their brains.
I know.
He's not going to be able to function in the world without the
terrible.
friggin' self. Take it away from him.
Gen Z stare. That he does like books as well, thank God. That's number one. Number two is over tourism. Okay. I don't know why they would choose that one. Number three is
having a problem with that.
Yeah, we covered that. Yeah. Number three is tariff.
We all know about that.
Okay. And number four is tradwife. And I didn't know what this was either. Apparently this refers to a married woman who chooses to be a homemaker and adheres to traditional female gender roles often associated with the alt-right. Maybe that
you can picture that woman. You can picture that woman, can't you?
One who, oh my God, his name always escapes me, but the kicker for the Chiefs, who was in the news because he was praising his wife for being a stay-at-home mother and saying that's what women should aspire to instead of trying to go into,
well, I
the corporate world. Don't. Just don't. I can't have that conversation with you.
You don't think that the woman's place is in the house?
I do not. Please don't go down that path.
I mean, you are pregnant and barefoot right now, aren't you? Kristin, I can't tell you enough how excited I am about our countdown to Christmas.
Oh my God.
Now, you do realize I did the math. Christmas is only 50
Please.
Days away from today.
Scott.
7 weeks, Kristin.
It's torture that you do this to me every year.
Dale actually has a countdown running on our Vesta board in our kitchen.
The hell is a Vesta board?
What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't have a Vesta board in your house?
What is a Vesta board? I don't know what that means.
In train stations like Grand Central Station in New York, where they have the board
and it goes
up and the little thing.
Yeah,
we have one of those.
Oh, fun!
And we can control it with our phone. And so we put lots of things on it. We put the weather on it. We put Raiders football scores on it. If someone's coming to visit us and they're flying in, we have their information about their arriving flight that's kept up in real time. And right now we have a countdown to Christmas.
My God.
Tells us exactly how many days.
You're stressing me out.
You know, it's officially the countdown to Christmas when Mariah Carey releases her It's Time video, right? That came out first thing Saturday morning, November 1st. Of
You
course,
can always count on her.
she is the queen of Christmas.
Yep.
Her Christmas song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, is the number one Christmas song for the last like 30 years.
8 million years.
Yeah. The video for It's Time this year, the 2025 version, Kristin, has been watched over 100 million times. It features an elf telling her that Christmas is canceled, and he steals all of her Sephora makeup. It's basically a very thinly disguised commercial for Mariah Carey's Sephora makeup line. She's not stupid.
My goodness.
Mariah Carey actually has a Christmas residency, Kristin, here in Vegas at the Dolby
Of
Live Theater at
course.
Park MGM.
Of
It's
course
called
she
Mariah
does.
Carey's Christmas in Las Vegas. She has 10 shows starting November 28th through December 13th. Can you come out for that one?
I don't know. It's coming right up.
There's also going to be a Mariah Carey pop-up bar. It's called the Holiday Bar, not only here in Vegas for her residency, but she's also going to have one in Los Angeles, Miami, and New York City. The only 4 appropriate cities in the United States to live in. Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Miami, and New York City. I don't know why.
Those are the only acceptable ones.
Although, given what happened yesterday in New York City and who is the new mayor of that city, I don't think I'm going to be going.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Oh, because we don't talk about politics.
We don't talk about politics here. Nope.
But it's now a socialistic city.
We're not talking about that.
We'll be fully immersed in the Christmas spirit at Mariah's pop-up bar. It's going to have holiday decor, active photo op situations, and of course, access to merchandise that you can buy.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, I'm done with that. You go.
Okay. So from the so-called Queen of Christmas to God himself, Scott, or I don't know, the AI version anyway. This is okay. So last week we talked about Suzanne Summers' AI clone. It feels like we're going to be talking about AI forever. We probably will.
I think we will be.
A recent report, Scott, says that people are turning to AI chatbots to pursue religious discovery and to get answers to life's biggest questions. The faith tech, the so-called, in air quotes, faith tech industry is exploding. One app called Bible Chat knows the Bible inside and out. I mean, that seems sort of inevitable.
Easy. Yeah.
Another called Hallow is the most downloaded and features AI answers for Catholics. This is the one that Mark Wahlberg, I think, reps for.
Is it okay if I masturbate?
Dear God.
I mean, no, that's what they would ask. No, I'm not asking you that.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But here's the big one. Here's the doozy, right? Chatwithgod.ai is a website that allows users to talk directly to God from the faith of their choice. Are you kidding me? There's an AI Jesus chatbot. There's a Gita GPT, which is trained on the Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu holy book. I guess because so many people don't go to church anymore or never have gone, this is like their way into faith, which I don't know, some would argue maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe.
Pope Leo has severe reservations about this technology, as did the late Pope Francis. So the ones that are educational, like the Hallow one and maybe the Bible Chat one, but anything that is like simulating talking to God, that is a dangerous path. That is a very dangerous path.
And how do you know what kind of answers they're going to give?
That scares the daylights out of me.
Please tell me that there is a big warning every time you open this app, a big red warning that says you're not actually talking to God.
Yeah.
Okay, and then proceed to do it. I saw, this has nothing to do with anything. Well, it's AI. I saw this video of Hillary Clinton sitting on a couch talking about Bill, and it was so disgusting. It had curse words. It had disgusting things that she said she walked in, catching him jerking off or whatever. And it was just awful. And I'm like, how? And it was the most realistic, real thing I have ever seen that AI has created. And I'm like, how is this legal? How is it legal for someone to take a public figure and make them say and do things that they didn't say and do? I think it should be illegal. I think it should not be allowed. Now, there's one thing, there's parody, and then there's this.
Right.
Yes,
If it's
Saturday
a
Night Live.
comedian who's dressed up as a character and they're pretending to be another person,
And they're
it is obviously not the real person.
Exactly.
I think that there is a very fine line because there's a ton of stuff like, every week in the NFL, there's a million, AI videos where they'll show the like post game interview with the coach, and they're saying outrageous things about the other team sucks, and you know what I mean, which is sort of funny, which is not real. They're not really saying those things. They're saying outrageous things that are funny, but at the same time you go, hey, when does that cross the line into what you're saying?
It already has crossed the line, and it's not right. And it tricks people. It tricks people into thinking that, because you could see a video like that with Trump. And because Trump says such ridiculous, insane things on a daily basis, you're going to believe this video where he says something even more insane. And you're like, oh, there he is again. He's saying that we're going to sell Canada. I mean, we're going to sell California to Canada or something. And you'd believe it because it sounds real and it looks real, and it's wrong. And if our politicians, which aren't even working right now, if they would get off their asses and make a law and make this illegal, because I get tricked every day by news things. Do you know, every time I go online, and I keep talking about this week after week, I see a news story and I'm like, wait a second, is that real?
Can that be real? Yeah.
Yesterday a UPS jet crashed in Louisville, and the 3 people on board were killed, and
7 people were killed.
7? Oh, were there people on the ground too? I didn't see that. But when I first saw the news, I had to go, that probably really didn't happen. Let me check. And I had to go to New York Times and Washington Post and AP, and yeah, it really did happen. Because I don't trust anything that I'm seeing anymore in my feeds.
Yeah, you can't. You can't trust anything.
It's sick and disgusting what's happening. And I really am this close. If it wasn't for the Swish edition, and I need the Facebook and Instagram to publicize I think I'm done with social media. It's nothing but a cesspool. Nothing but a cesspool.
It's really scary.
Should I let me blow this off.
Ooh, soft.
Finally this week, people are up in arms about businesses rounding to the nearest 5 cents. Now, I saw this coming. We talked about it on the show when the United States announced that they were going to be canceling and no longer making more pennies. They've decided.
And now there's a penny shortage. Yeah.
Now there's a penny shortage. We don't need them anymore. And so what McDonald's is doing, they made nationwide news this past week, Kristin, because they've decided that if you're paying cash at McDonald's, they're going to start rounding because they're not going to carry pennies anymore in their cash register. So if your final bill comes to 1 or 2 cents, they're going to round down. If it's 3 or 4 cents, they're going to round up to 5. If it's 6 or 7 down, 8 or 9 up. That's how it's going to work, and so on. People are mad because they think this is illegal. It's not illegal. If there's no pennies, what are they supposed to do? If you don't like it, don't pay cash at McDonald's. Who the fuck, except for, I guess poor people are the ones who are using cash at the restaurant, right?
Not poor people, seriously?
When you go to McDonald's, how do you pay,
No,
Kristin?
I think it's probably old people. I think it's probably old people that are paying in cash, my friend, not poor people.
I don't ever, except for money in my wallet for tips, I don't pay cash for anything. I can't even think of the last time I used cash to buy something. Why would you do that when you have your little plastic card in your wallet?
Well, I think there are I shouldn't say it's all old people. I think some people prefer to pay in cash, and I think those people probably skew demographically to older in order to keep their budget in check. I think some people prefer tangibly to. I don't know.
Is it illegal to round? I don't think it's illegal to round.
No, of course. It's not illegal. I think they have to disclose it, which they are, and they're going to have to put a sign at the cash register that says,
"This is what we're doing."
If you don't want us to round, then use a touchless form of payment or a credit card or something like that.
Yeah, and they don't even accept pennies. So my thing is everything should be priced in increments of 5 cents.
Oh, 5.
Now, of course, people will say, well, the tax is going to fuck with that. Well, guess
That's
what?
right.
I don't think there should be tax on food. I think taxing food is unconstitutional and inhumane and horrible.
Inhumane. That is a whole other nest
Why are
of
we
snakes to
taxing
untangle.
food? It's insanity. Taxing is theft, one, and taxing food, something that everyone in the entire country has to buy, is ridiculous.
Well, I think that verges into political territory, so we probably shouldn't stray down that path. But
you and your mama.
The people that are up in arms about the rounding pennies, the penny situation, the tax issue is a totally separate nest of snakes. Anyway, yeah, I think it's, like Max uses cash for the ice cream man. So when he gets cash for his birthday,
okay, that's different.
And for special occasions, and I'm a fan of that. And the ice cream man in our neighborhood actually does take Apple Pay, but I prefer that Max use cash. Yes, but I prefer he use cash so that kids have to learn somehow about money. And if it's just on a card.
How often is the ice cream man coming around?
In the summer, he comes pretty often.
I can't even remember.
I guess not
last
so
time.
much anymore.
They can't get in our neighborhood because we're in a gated community. You don't live in a gated community?
La-di-da for
Just
you.
anyone can drive down the street and
anyone can drive down our street, yes. And the ice cream man that goes to our pool, which is different from the one that comes all around our neighborhood, the one that comes to the pool still sells candy cigarettes.
That seems wrong.
Max went out and bought some. He didn't even know what they were. He came back and showed them to me, and he was like, "Mama, what's this?" And he was like, and I thought, is that really, they're really still selling candy cigarettes?
Make them?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Now, you have told Max that he shouldn't get into like vans with strangers and stuff, right? I mean,
yes.
Does he know that?
Have you met Max?
I got candy cigarettes. Come into my van.
Max won't do anything that anyone tells him without 8 million questions ever.
Can you help me with my little puppy? He knows all this stuff, right?
I don't worry about that with Max at all.
You don't.
No way.
And he's also huge, so no one's going to fuck with him. This kid is like much bigger than the normal second grader. That's for damn sure.
He's taller than several adults in our family.
He's going to be a linebacker for the Commanders, I think.
I wouldn't wish that on him at this point.
No, they all get brain injuries. Hey, listen, this has been a fun conversation. I'm excited about continuing our countdown to Christmas each week between now and Christmas. Kristen, how are you doing with your Christmas shopping?
Just shut up, okay? Just shut up. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm more than halfway done. My new Christmas wrapping paper arrived just yesterday.
Oh my God.
So excited about it. So excited. I love getting new wrapping paper each year.
Lord.
But I have not ordered my Christmas cards yet, so I'm behind schedule.
I never do that until the week before Christmas, so I got plenty of time.
You and my sister. My sister doesn't even buy her Christmas cards until like the 24th of December. And you go to the mailbox on January 8th, and there's your Christmas card from my sister. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It's a nice little end of the holiday surprise to look forward to. Nothing wrong with it.
Do you guys own a calendar?
Just
plan
shut
ahead.
Up. Just shut up.
All right. I don't understand why people can't plan. All right. I have already bought my most of the Thanksgiving stuff, and I ordered.
What do you need to buy for Thanksgiving other than food? You're not buying food for Thanksgiving at the beginning of November?
I ordered it.
What do you mean you ordered it?
Ordered the turkey from Whole Foods so that I can pick it up on Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
You can't just buy a turkey at the regular grocery store like all the rest of America?
No, it's disgusting. I have to order it.
But what's so great about the Whole Foods turkey?
Better than the stupid frozen one at the grocery store.
In what way is it better?
I don't know. It just is.
Because it comes from Whole Foods, so it must be better. And it probably costs 3 times as much. I
love Whole Foods. No, I think it was only $89.
$89 for a turkey? How many pounds? You've lost your mind.
Yeah. All right. Well, you live your life at the last minute. That's fine. That's why you're so unprepared for everything. Guess what, guys? When we were taping today's show, she was 20 minutes late. 20 minutes late. You were? Shit. I just broke my thing.
Well, serves you right for criticizing me.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
I just
karma.
It literally
There's karma for you.
I'm holding it now because it won't stay up on its own.
Okay, then I think
like
we should just be. I think we should just. We should just wrap this up now. Okay, bye.
The Swish Edition is a production of Bethwick Media, LLC. Learn more about the show at swishedition.com. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast app or site. But only if you like us.